Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to overlay on a live camera preview using CameraX in native Android application. So let's get started. Now you can overlay anything, whatever you feel like. I'm just overlaying a square and you can overlay at any part of the live preview. So here I have the app running and I'll just give it some permission. Now here you can see I'm mirroring my device, so the output is little laggy, just bear with me. I'm just moving my device here. Again the output is little laggy, but here you can see we are able to see the green color square overlay, so that's what we are talking about. But yeah, if I just click on take photo, now the overlay will come as part of the photo. So if I just go back to my files app where my images are stored, and here you can see sorry, the overlay is not part of the captured image. Okay, sorry, that was bad from my side, but hopefully you got the point. Like this kind of overlays would be very helpful if you want to show the user something. So yeah, let's get started. Like this is a new functionality which has been added in CameraX 1.4.0. so first, like I'm using XML project, but if you want you can use Jetpack Compose as well. It's up to you. Like there is not much difference over here. Then first thing is you will need to go to this build.gradle.kts, and here you need to add few dependencies. First one is this CameraX camera core, then the camera 2 permission library, sorry, then the camera lifecycle, camera view, and last one is the camera effects, which will help us to overlay the thing on our live camera preview. Now the version numbers are defined inside libs.versions.toml because I'm using version catalog, which is by default in new Android projects. So here I have added this camera core dependency, camera 2, then what else? I think that should be it. Then here you will have to add this camera 2 line, camera core, camera effects, camera view, camera lifecycle, and I think that should be it, I guess. View, yeah, we have added the camera effects, right? So yeah, that should be it. Now you should see a sync now button just to show it to you. Here you can see you will see a sync now button. Do not change this library version to 2.2.0. whatever is the latest you should use that, but you saw that sync now button, you will have to click on it to download the Gradle build dependencies. So yeah, just click on that sync now button as well. Then you will need to go to android manifest.xml, and here you will need to add this camera uses feature camera. Internet permission is not required, but anyways I have added it. Then you require the camera permission, and for saving photo you require the write external storage permission as well. Okay, then you just need to go to res layout activity underscore main, and here I have added this preview view, which will help us to display the live camera preview. Width and height is 0, and we are constraining it to all sides so that it occupies the entire width and height. Here I have one button. I have set the width and height as wrap content. Margin button is 10 dp. I have given it some id, given it some text, and I have also constrained it to the bottom of the screen. Then we go to main activity. I'll just scroll up, and here we have added all these imports. So yeah, feel free to pause the video and just copy paste all these imports which I have. So I'll simply scroll through this. Then here we have defined one image capture as well as one executor service. Here is our preview view, here is our button as well. Then here I am defining this overlay effect, so make sure you add this entire thing because I think there is one more import for overlay effect, so make sure you don't add the wrong import. And here we just pass our preview, the depth is 5, and here we just pass it like kind of a looper. Okay, and if you can move this like this as well, so you can do it something like this. Then here we just define a paint, like I want a green color box, that's why I have passed the color as green. You can change this and play around with this whatever you feel like. Here we are using register for activity result for getting the permissions. So by default the value is true, but we are just looping over it just to check whether permissions was granted or not. If not, then we make it as false and display a toast message, otherwise we start our camera. Then inside on create, first we initialize our viewfinder as well as our button. On click of the button we just call this take photo method. If permission is granted, start our camera, otherwise request permission. And here we initialize our camera executor as well. Then here we just call this take photo We have the image capture with us. Then for the file name, we just use the simple date format. Then we make use of content values, passing the display name, MIME type, and if user uses Android above Android P, then we also need to set the relative path. Then here we just define our image capture, passing our content resolver, external content URI, as well as content values. Then here we just do image capture dot take picture, passing our output options. Then context compat dot get main executor, and on error we just log it to the console, but on image saved we just get the URI of the saved image. You can use this URI to display the image inside an image view as well. I'm not really doing that, and I'm shutting down the camera executor. So if you want to keep on capturing, you can comment out this line, and I also display one toast message. Then for start camera, first we define an aspect ratio strategy, then we define a resolution selector as well. Then here is our process camera provider dot get instance. Then we just do camera provider future dot add listener. So here we do process camera provider. Here we define our preview view as well. Over here passing the resolution selector, building it and setting it to our surface provider. Then we define an image capture resolution selector as well as the capture mode. Then here we define this middle box effect, so the overlay which we see, and set a draw listener to it. Then we just do frame dot overlay canvas dot draw color, pass the transparent color. Now even I'm not really good at this, even I have copy pasted this code from documentation, but basically here we're getting the width and height of the viewfinder, passing the center of it. The box size is 200f, so that's why while creating the rectangle we just minus or subtract that rectangle size and also divide it by 2, so that we can get the center of the screen. Like place it exactly at the center of the screen. Then we just do frame dot overlay canvas dot draw rect, passing it our rect as well as paint. Then here we do a camera selector as well, and here we do use case group dot builder, add our use case of preview, image capture as well as middle box effect. Then we unbind our camera provider, bind to lifecycle, passing this camera selector as well as use case group builder dot build. And here we have this request permission method where we just do activity result launcher dot launch. Here I have an all permissions granted method just to check whether the permissions was granted or not. Inside destroy we just do camera executor dot shutdown, and here I have defined one companion object which has the file name format as well as the required permissions variable as well. So yeah, that's it. From the code wise, it's pretty simple, like overlaying stuff on our camera. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.